Hey guys, how you doing today? So this is the deal. Driving in the car on my way to work. Camera might bounce around a little bit. Hey, such is life, right? This is the problem. This is the problem with you today. Me. This is the problem with all of us. This is our problem. We allow people to predetermine where we're at in our life based upon the titles they give us. They say, go get in your depressed box. You have depression. Go get in the box of depression. You have an addiction. Go get in your box of addiction. You're mourning. Go get in your box of loss. You're worthless. Go get in your box of worthlessness. And what do? We just walk over and we hop in our little box. And we hang out in our box. We look out like a little puppy. Looking out at the world to go by us. Whining like a little dog does. Because we're depressed and we're in our little box. Nobody defines you. You don't have to take that name. You don't have to accept that. You have depression. You're not depression. You have an addiction, but you're not addiction. That name doesn't define you. But we allow ourselves to get caught into this title, this position where we lose ourselves. We don't even we allow the spirit of this title to wash over us as if it's all we are. I had an addiction. Yes, I did. I'm not addiction. I have depression. I'm not depression. I'm Jonathan. I'm a father. I'm a son of God. You're no different. We choose these things because we don't have enough courage to choose for ourselves. So we just choose the things people give us. Okay, that's fine. I'll just take my little depression title. I'll go hop in my box. Yes, ma'am. That's not who we are. That's not who God called us to be. I mean, are there going to be ups? Are there going to be downs? Hands down. Absolutely. But every single one of us are amazing, but we're stuck in a maze. You can't get to the am in the amazing because you're stuck in life's little maze. You're walking around, hitting walls, running into this, running into that, taking the direction from everybody else out here in this world, but you won't get on your knees and take direction from God. You're not always going to get the direction from God that you want. Newsflash. I'm just going to tell you flat out. There's a woman that was in my life, never been so in love with a person in my entire life. But my direction was not decided and determined by myself. It was determined and decided by my God. And my God said, hey, you're going to have this thorn. You're going to have to live with this. I just had a message from a friend this morning that was sharing this with me. So a big part of me, I'm talking to me right now. God said, you're going to have to deal with this thorn. Because I promise you, on the backside of this, I have something better for you. But right now, this thorn, this is your thorn. That grief that you're dealing with, that's your grief that you're going to deal with. It's not who you are, but it's something you're going to deal with. That depression, it's a thorn. And it's going to be your thorn. And you're going to deal with that thorn. And it's going to stick right in the side of your ribs until God says otherwise. It's not who you are. It's not who He's called you to be, but it's your thorn. Remember that. You are not the title that this world gives you. Because if that's the case, the devil's already called you dead. The devil's already called you a loser. The devil's already called you a lost cause. The devil's already called you worthless. The devil's already called you not enough. The devil's already called you. He's called you and he'll call you and he'll keep calling you and he'll keep calling you and he'll keep calling you everything you don't want to hear about yourself, and you're going to accept it because you're being weak. Get on your knees and fight that battle and give it to God and allow Him to speak into you. Allow Him to wash over you some things that you may not want to go through, but you need to get through. Let Him wash over the blessings and the mercy and the kindness and the love that He has for you to get you through those things you're going to grow through. Because that's the bottom line. If you want to be basic, then you keep on staying in your lane. You be basic. Don't worry about moving up. Don't worry about doing this. Don't worry about doing that. You just stay in your lane. You go work your little 9 to 5. You go, you get your bills paid. That's great. That's admirable. You're paying your bills. There's people out there that doesn't. But at the end of the day, you're basic. You're supposed to be 3-dimensional. You're in a 3-dimensional world and you're running 2-dimensionally. I'm a father with 3 children, trying to start my own life coaching business, working a 9 to 5 in school. I'm not 2-dimensional. Plus, I'm chasing after God in every second of the day. Some days I'm failing, I feel like. But hey, such is life. I'm getting better every day. I'm better today than I was yesterday. You're going to be better today than you were yesterday, or you're going to be worse today than you were yesterday. And that, my friend, is your choice. That, my friend, decides how you live your life. You want a bigger house? Go get a bigger job. You want a bigger bank account? Go get a bigger job. Chase something that you don't think you can get, but deep down you know you can. Because that deep down voice inside of you is God telling you, push harder. Push harder. Being a child of God doesn't mean it's easy. It doesn't mean that we're just going to have things handed to us and He's going to lavish us with all of our wants. No, definitely not. If that's the case, I'm lost. Because it's not what I've been doing for the last 7 years. I've cried and endured more crap in the last 7 years of my life than I did the entire time I was in my addiction. Why is that? Because the devil is going to attack, and God will be there to allow those attacks to promote you to the position and purpose He has placed over your life. Bottom line. If you're not being attacked, you ain't doing jack. That's it. If your life is easy, then you're not trying hard enough. You want to be influential in this world. You want to have people come to you and ask you for advice. You want to have people look to you for your discernment. Be worth listening to. Go through the struggle, because I can tell you right now, if you want to come talk to me about addiction and you ain't been through addiction, you're talking to the wrong person. And anybody out there that's got addiction is going to know what I'm talking about. If you're going to come talk to me about depression, but you've never faced depression, you ain't got nothing to say to me. You have nothing to say to me. If you ain't ever thought about suicide, don't come talk to me about suicide. Now, there are people out there that have a gift to speak into people's lives that have not been through some things and they've gotten an education, and that's great. But at the end of the day, if someone is sitting there with a gun barrel in their mouth, it's not going to be 9 out of 10, it is not going to be somebody that does not know the pain that person is in that's going to get through and reach to them. I'm just going to tell you straight up. Straight up. That's the bottom line. If you haven't been through it, you can't help anybody get through it. Unless you're that small percentage of this planet that just has a talent, that just has whatever that field is, whatever that talent is. You just have a way of doing something without having to have the struggle that was coincide with that. But your purpose is found in the tears and the pain that you feel in this moment. I haven't always had somebody around to motivate me. I didn't motivate myself. I went and got in my box every day. I went and got in my liquor store every day. I went and decided, you know what, I'm an alcoholic, I'm a drunk. I'm gonna go get in that box. And just like the devil told me that I was dead, that's where I almost ended up. I ended up in a hospital bed, dying, because I got in my box every day. I got in my box of addiction every day. I got in my box of depression every day. I got in my box of self-worthlessness every day. But when I woke up in that hospital bed, when I woke up and God had given me the discernment, the vision, whatever you want to call it, when God spoke to me, He called me out of my box. And I didn't get out of that box to rainbows and sunshine. I didn't get out of that box. I didn't get out of my depression. I didn't get out of my addiction. I didn't get out of my criminal ways. I didn't get out of all that to a rainbow and a bunny bouncing down the road. I got out of that and I tripped and fell on my face the moment I got out. But I got up and I went a couple steps and I fell on my face again. And I went a couple steps and I fell on my face again, and God helped me up. And I went a little bit further, and I fell on my face again. It sounds redundant, but this is life. If you're going to succeed to be something, whether it's a father, it's a pastor, it's a CPA, it's a lawyer, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you're going to strive to go beyond yourself, beyond your normal means, to be something that you're not in this very moment that is a little bit far out of your reach, you're going to fall and fall and fall and fall. And every time you fall, you're going to sit face down, looking at the dirt, and you're going to have dirt in your mouth, you're going to have sweat on your brow, and you're going to say, what do I do? You get up, get out of the box, get moving, get going, hit it again, and hit it again, and hit it again until you reach your goal. And when you reach that goal, you get another goal, and you hit it again, and you hit it again, and you keep persevering through all of the blockades, all of the walls. Push. You want a different life? Then sit in your box. Wait, I said it wrong. You want a different life? Stay out of your box. You want the life you have? Then you sit down in your seat, right in your box, and you just marinate in that depression, in that addiction, in that codependency, in that muck, in that filth, in that diseased cesspool of defeat and disgust that the devil calls over your life. Because that's what that box has for you. That's it. You want more than that? Then get your happy butt outside the box and hit walls and charge them again, and hit walls and charge them again. Depression can be you, or it can be a part of you. Addiction can be you, or it can be a part of you. A breakup can be you, or it can be a part of you. You can either experience something or you can become it. I don't know about you, but I don't want to experience breakups. I want to experience life. I want to experience the benefit of emotional intelligence. I want to experience the benefit of being able to love anybody I come across. But that means that I've got to push through that breakup. I got to push through that grief. I've got to push through all of that. The lost friends, the lost whatever you've lost. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Fill in the blank for yourself. You got to push through it. Because if you don't, look around your life right now. Look at all the things that you're unhappy with about your life. The things in front of you. Maybe you're unhappy with your marriage. Get up and do something about it. Don't expect something about it. Doing something isn't saying, hey, honey, jump this way more. Give me 100% while I give 20. That's not what doing something is. Doing something is saying, you're giving 20, I'm giving 100. And eventually, that will manifest a percentage out of your partner that's going to elevate the both of you. But if you sit there and you do nothing, you're going to get nothing. If you venture out and you have something to lose and you fight for something, you will gain something. The thorn in your side is temporary. The thorn that plagues your life with tears and hurt and hang up, it's just in your side. It's not in your brain. It's not in your body. You're not crippled. You're not broken. You have a thorn that's bleeding a little bit. And if you want to get to the doctor to get it repaired, then get on your God-blessed knees and ask him. That's all you got to do. Your choice. Stay in the box or get out. One way or another, your next choice is going to decide where you go in this life. You're either going to stay here or you're going to elevate here. Your choice. I love you. I say all this in love. Sorry, I'm not screaming at you. I'm talking to myself a lot today. Love on somebody. Pray for somebody. Get out of your box. You're not called to live in a box. You're called to live in this world and be a disciple of God. And in order to get to that point, you got to get through some points with yourself. It's just a thorn. I love you guys.